Leroy.
Hey, get
Are you okay?
I think so.
I heard the wall.
let me just say this. At no point in time have I ever said that they were going to lose. Why is everybody? We should be going black.
Well, we're gonna be out of doing that in like one game, so we need to keep the Leroy.
Guess what?
You know why?
I'm eating fruits and vegetables.
Listen,
Fruits
you keeping
and
it light.
vegetables, you know why?
You keeping it light.
Keep it light.
Keep it light
because it's gonna be heavy. Check to see if Capital Grill have the top.
I'm like that. I'm like that referee Steve Willis, the meme who's like looking at the Knicks right now on the ropes.
Wait, he goes like this.
Ooh.
He goes like this.
I'm sitting here watching him just foul out willy-nilly. Remember when you guys told me Josh Hart was going to be the secret to this series? That he was. It wasn't
you guys.
Do you remember when you guys?
Whoa. Listen.
What?
Don't put me into this.
I'm not throwing you into this. I'm putting a generic
you
guys.
guys.
I remember when I was told going into this series, this national narrative that Josh Hart was somehow going to stop Jimmy Butler. By the way, he got extra time last night to thank the referees because he fouled out. He thanked them for all 6 of their calls, and then put his head in his jersey like a turtle.
By the way, if you ever want to have a chance to win a game at the end, probably shouldn't get a whole bunch of early fouls.
Not great. Not great. Julius Randle, he's out here just rolling into Max Strus willy-nilly.
I got to tell you, I want to say this, but I'm gonna say it. Max Strus is too athletic to be an intangible.
What?
Oh,
really? That just happened?
Yeah.
You're taking away his intangible card?
I'm taking him out of intangibles and putting him in tangible.
Wow.
Because look, he can shoot the 3. That's very intangible, right?
Mm-hmm.
But dude dunks a lot.
A lot. Dude.
A lot.
A lot. He's got a little.
He dunks more than Cody Zeller, who's only got to do is tippy toe to touch the rim.
Cody Zeller was making me very mad yesterday, but that was the only thing that was making me mad yesterday. Because you want to know it's better than the Heat beating the Knicks. The Heat beating the Knicks, and you have a bird's eye view for watching Spike Lee the entire game. Leroy, boots on the ground.
Yeah,
they sit me. I'm behind. I'm like, oh, who's that? Oh, that's Spike Lee.
Hold on. There is nobody in this bleeping world that has to ask who that is if you watching the Knicks and Spike Lee comes into the building in orange and blue.
He sits there.
There ain't nobody needs to ask that question.
He sits next to the Knicks bench. And so, you don't know, is he part of the team or is he not part of the team?
He's dressed like a Nick Garden gnome.
He goes to the game by himself.
He is. He's dressed like a Nick Garden gnome.
He really tried going out of halftime. He really tried negotiating with the officials. He tried doing the Kyle Lowry. He tried going in there and trying to get some calls his way, but it didn't seem to work for our guy Spike, who, it can get to stepping back to New York.
Listen, I'm gonna
every single one of those Knicks fans who walked into that building can take a hike. Your little Madison Square. This is Madison Square Garden South.
It is.
It's not though, dude.
It's not.
Well, guess what? Know something
wait. I got this one. Then that means that the Heat have home court advantage now because you lost 2 at home. If this is Madison Square,
I did since game 1,
dude.
Right.
There's not a Knicks fan. They were like church mice the entire 3-day stint down here. Didn't hear a peep from them.
I got to tell you, you made it interesting. The Knicks made it interesting for about 2 or 3 minutes in each game. But it wasn't, at no point in time, if you're a Heat fan, did you really feel threatened? It wasn't because the Knicks were playing great. It was always because you have in the back of your mind 3rd quarter or something like that. But it wasn't because of what the Knicks were doing.
Never felt nervous.
No, right. It just
never felt nervous.
It just seemed, you know what it's like? It's like an adult playing with a little kid, and he put his arm out
Yeah,
like this,
you wanna
and
know-
the kid can't reach him.
This is why I don't feel nervous, and I haven't felt nervous, and wasn't nervous going into this series, and they'll close it out on Wednesday. This is why the Heat are better, easily, not even close.
Yeah.
It's not even close. They're the better team.
Mhm.
They've shown they're the better team. The New York Knicks. The only time the series was even close was when Jimmy Butler was out of the game.
Right.
That's the only game that the Knicks had a chance, and they still
Almost
needed to take it down to the wire, and needed Scott Foster, and needed Josh Hart and
Stop.
Steve's dirty
Can
plays.
I ask
No. Let me
you,
speak.
why do you do that though?
Because
you
it's
don't have
true.
to do that. Their team's up 3-1.
I do need
and
to put
you're
it out.
still complaining
No.
about officials.
I'm not complaining. I'm pointing
You
out
are.
facts. I'm pointing out facts.
So that's
The series
So-
is only close when
so
Jimmy
if a
Butler
Knicks
was.
if a Knicks fan says something
I don't
about
care
the
what they-
officiating,
Oh,
then
Good.
and they
Go ahead.
all they have to do is say it's fact.
That's great. You know,
Why are we complaining about the
well,
officials?
here's what's on my side.
Who cares?
Here's what's on my side. 3-1.
Right? Why are you complaining about officials?
Why are you getting caught up by a passing comment?
Because look, there's bad losers and there's bad winners.
Good. I'm a bad winner.
Like,
I'm a
you-
bad winner.
like-
You want to know something? I'll tell you why I'm a bad winner. I'll tell you why I'm a bad
Oh, my
winner.
goodness.
I'll tell you why I'm a bad winner. Because I'm coming into work today. You know, minding my own business. Just let's have a fun day. It's gonna be a nice rub it in the Knicks face. And I hear on ESPN the dumbest thing I have ever heard, which is following 24 hours ago, where I already had thought I had heard the dumbest thing I had ever heard. And the thing that makes me a bad winner, Leroy, is because these mother bleepers on this network will never, ever give this franchise credit. They didn't do it in 2020. They called them bubble frauds. When they were the 1 seed last year, they didn't call them contenders. They called them dangerous loomers. And now, after watching what Jimmy Butler has done in these playoffs, best player in the world, watching what he did to Giannis Antetokounmpo, getting their coach fired, and now their precious Knicks, Knicks are walking in here, let's do the Stephen A. Smith thing. They're not even in the Heat's class. And to hear what I heard today from Mike Greenberg, the face of that network, him and Stephen A. So one of the two of the Mount Rushmore of ESPN right now gets on his show, Get Up, aka Jet Up. And he has, do you have this, Vlad? He has the audacity.
I'm just gonna say this. I can't vouch for this. This is
I don't care.
nasty.
This I'm not putting you onto this. This is a strictly hit piece on that Bull Bleep network. This has nothing to do with Knicks fans. I don't even know if Greenberg is a Knicks fan. But listen to this garbage that comes out of his mouth.
Particularly from Jalen, was how hard it is to go down to Miami and play this time of year. And I know people will immediately associate that with the nightlife and all that. But according to Jalen, there's more than that. There's also just the reality of the temperature change, the heat, the geography, being down there for 3 days. It sort of saps a little bit of your energy and your strength. We talk about that primarily in football. I know this is an indoor sport, but I mean, the Knicks, whatever it is, Jimmy Butler is just has just destroyed them.
How do you get on television, on a microphone, and have the logic, the wherewithal as a professional broadcaster, as an alleged follower of sports, and tell me that one of the reasons the New York Knicks are struggling is not because of the Miami Heat, but because of the actual Miami temperature for an indoor sport in air conditioning? What are you doing? What is wrong with this network? Why will you never give this city credit? Why? You want to know who the sun is? No, let me say something. Give me the ball. You want to know who the sun is, Greeny? Jimmy Butler is the sun. He is the one melting the Knicks. He is their eclipse. Shout out to Quentin Grimes. That was a big mistake. Woo! He thought he was going to dunk on Jimmy Butler. What a terrible piece of judgment by him.
Can I ask you a question? Why does it matter?
Oh,
Your
wanna-
team's
no.
wait,
No, I'm asking-
the Heat are really
no.
good.
No.
The Heat are plowing through
You keep
everybody.
saying, no.
And-
This is what bothers me. You always will say, why does it matter? I'll tell you why.
Right.
You want to know why? Because you want to know something? the most popular sports network in the world, okay? It would be nice if we could just acknowledge. Charles Barkley said this after Nikola Jokic the other day when he had that great performance. He says, why can't we just enjoy greatness? I say this from time to time.
I say it all the time.
Jimmy Butler, what he's doing right now. You see his line last night?
Yes.
You see what he's doing?
Yes.
To throw under the rug, sweep it under, and say on their flagship show, to say, well, you know what Jalen said? Jalen said it's tough on the muscles to get her to. Huh? I thought this was a crap excuse when the Bills were using it in football, which is at least outside. I didn't like them doing it. But to do it for an indoor sport, Leroy. You
do realize who you're talking to.
Leroy, what is that? What is
garbage.
that?
It's garbage. But wait. See, you get too worked up over that nonsense.
Because I'd rather you just say nothing. To say any reason.
Right? I know.
Any reason that the Knicks are losing, to even bring it up.
Why?
Multiple times.
Wait. Why? Did he interrupt the rewind? Why do you get so consumed
I'll tell you why.
with the opinion of everybody else? You know they're wrong. Who cares?
Who would say this? Who would get onto a microphone?
But who cares?
I do.
You can say,
I do.
Listen to these idiots.
I will tell you why I care.
Why you care?
I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because it's only when it's this city. It's the only time. No,
so
dude.
What?
Because
so what?
Dude, have a representation of what's actually happening here. Don't say
that representation.
No, dude. No,
you
I'm not.
are that.
No, I'm not.
Why not?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Dude, do not get on your network and say things when the Miami Heat make it to the finals that they were bubble frauds. Do not, after they have the best record in the NBA, come out and say, not true contenders. Do not get on your network after seeing what they have done this year in these playoffs and have just the absolute audacity to say something like one of the reasons the Knicks are struggling is because of the temperature in Miami, which by my count has been the same in the entire existence of the NBA. What goes through your mind when you say something like that on the network? It's an indoor sport. You could come up. I'd rather you say the New York Knicks are drunk on liquor, coke, and Astron and say that's the reason they're losing, than as opposed to Mitchell Robinson's really having a tough time adjusting to the heat index. It's tough. It's tough out there. It's just such garbage, and it only happens with this team. It only happens with this team. They would never do that with the Lakers. They would never do that with the Celtics. They would never do it with the Philadelphia 76ers.
The Knicks.
They would never do it with the Knicks.
Well,
and when it is the Knicks,
They make fun of us all the time.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, they do.
It's a bunch of cheerleaders on there, Vlad. Get the hell out of here. The idea that
Vlad, you ain't helping, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you right now.
Listen, I let him go because he has valid points about how the media treats Miami. You do not.
This
They
is
make fun of our team.
dude,
But go ahead. I'm like,
this
go on. You're
is-
in the roll.
This is the most embarrassing. And by the way, there's no way Jalen Rose likes the fact that Mike Greenberg went back and doubled down on his take. Jalen Rose was hoping that would just slip by. Oh, that was a stupid take. Let me just hope nobody brings that up again. Oh, thanks, Greeny. Leroy,
Can we take a break?
No.
I am.
What do you say no for?
No, because I agree with Tobin.
No,
Tell
I
him,
get.
J-Thing.
I agree with Tobin.
Yeah.
It's super embarrassing.
It's
This always
embarrassing.
happens to every
So-
South Florida team.
Every South
It's
Florida
about
team.
time to get acknowledged and recognized.
You know how you get acknowledged? You win.
No,
No,
actually,
I think
actually
it's
apparently not.
Look how we're
Apparently
getting
not.
acknowledged
You
in
go
a very
3-1.
negative light.
Yeah, apparently you
Wait.
go 3-1 and they blame the sun.
Can I ask a question though, Leroy Tobin? Did this happen between 2010 to 2014?
No.
What do you mean did it happen?
Well, because he had Skip. All he did was trash LeBron.
I know, but whereas the national media going against 2000,
Yes, dude, that's all they did. What are you talking about? Were you guys like? Yes, that's all they did was go against me. You guys don't deserve this team. This team is ruining basketball. Oh wait, we love super teams. Let's do it every single year. Yes, only when it's Miami did they hate the super team. Where are you guys? You want to know where you are? You think I'm crazy. You want to know where? You think I'm crazy. But you want to know something, dude? You have Ben Stiller representing you, and he's sitting here yelling at Twitter. And you just like to go against me no matter what.
Why are you putting
That's
Leroy
not-
with
wait a
me?
minute.
Leroy's with you.
Wait a minute. Listen, of all the people that keep it real, I'm the guy.
When it was
Good, bad, or indifferent.
Let me tell you something right now.
You made your point. I said, yeah, but guess what? Winning shuts all of
No, it
that
doesn't.
up.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler's
It
been,
hasn't shut them up in years.
Leroy, Jimmy Butler is a win away from his third Eastern Conference Finals with the Heat, and it hasn't shut them up. It's made the excuses dumber. So your point is invalid.
Okay.
I wish it was. Hey, because you know
Just
what?
win.
Listen to
Just
me. Listen
win.
to me.
It'll shut
Listen,
them up.
I understand. No, it won't.
Then
Here's-
what's the point in playing that?
Well, the point of
What's the
playing is
point?
me enjoying their suffering. But also,
but that's my point.
No.
Like, you're getting worked up about everything else. Your team
I don't want to
and
be.
the Miami
I don't
Heat
want to be.
are unbelievable right
Leroy,
now.
I
They're
don't-
on a hell of a run.
I don't want to be.
Why aren't we enjoying that?
Because-
Instead, you
Because
want
they're
to turn
blaming
TV,
the Suns.
Because-
have somebody and complain about somebody complaining. He's an idiot.
Because
He's an idiot. You can't
He's-
coach.
I-
Wait. You can't coach stupid. Okay? No matter how much you try to teach, coach, you can't.
but this is the problem.
But you can
Stupid
talk to
comments.
Stupid.
Here's the thing, though.
Huh?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing,
You
Leroy.
can talk to Stupid.
But here's
You-
the thing.
Not really.
You say you can't coach stupid. He literally got coached that take by Jalen Rose. He literally got coached stupid.
I mean,
That wasn't his take. He was parroting that take.
I just like to say that is not true. The Miami Heat is just outplaying the Knicks. As a Knicks fan, we're not vouching for that. We're not taking that.
I'm so fed up.
That's
dude.
nasty work.
I mean, but look, we just spent 20 minutes
Mhm.
on stuff that's not important to what is going on with the Heat.
It is.
They're one game away from the Eastern Conference Finals,
Mhm.
right? While the other two teams they're playing are beating the hell out of each other.
Right. And
Right?
Mike Greenberg's on his network right now, and he thinks that Spo should gather around the locker room and give the game ball to a thermometer.
Okay, so what? That you know what? The people who think like that, it exposes their ignorance.
Yeah, but the ignorance just keeps getting rewarded. They
Yeah.
get more shows, more airtime, and they just keep bleeping on this city. It is. If it's the Canes getting the
Then
final,
you
Leroy.
be the beacon of joy.
If it's the Canes getting to the Final Four, NIL did it. If it's the Heat,
Well, that was a dumb coach.
doesn't matter. I'm just saying, if it's the Heat getting to the finals, well, it was the bubble. Oh, if it's the Heat 1 seed, doesn't matter. We're gonna go from February 14th. The Celtics were actually the better team, the best team. The Heat aren't a true contender. This year, Miami Heat wiped the floor with the Bucks, wiping the floor with the New York Knicks. It's a little bit, it's a little bit toasty down there. I think Julius Randle's having a tough time. You see how much Tibbs is sweating? He always sweats.
By
Back
the
up to
way, I'm freezing. Oh, we can go to break now?
if we must.
I appreciate it.
Okay.